life was going to test you. So I left everything I was doing. I went into the business, I stopped because I was no longer fulfilled. And the week I was to start volunteering somewhere. So I found, someone, me and you know him.
We know the person.
And I'd reached out to him and I said, okay, you know what? I will volunteer, put me like an apprentice. But I had seen this was the career path. The week I was to start, a job offer came for me in Abuja.
The devil works in mysterious ways.
And a house.
Very
250K.
attractive.
This, I'm telling you, was 2010. I think 09 or 2010, something around that period. And I said, no. So then parenting coming again.
Yes,
what in the world is this? But this time, I fought it. And they were waiting for me to drop out again. It's been 16 years on this journey, and I didn't drop out because I found it. It was natural to me. I found the things I'm supposed to do. I mean, we're talking about one book. I've published 20 books.
Oh, yeah.
Plus.
I'm going to still get there.
That's a natural. That probably if my parents had even noticed this, I could have probably started writing books
since
as a student. So I'm telling you, parents, that this is where when you find where your child is, don't use social media. Don't use what is trending. It may not be a popular thing, but I mean, I'm saying something I've been on 16 years plus. I'm on it and I'm growing.
Yes.
I'm not struggling to get these things done. And it's paying and it's good. So don't feel that because somebody projects his child today and that child is one, I don't want to mention another profession again.
No, we're not talking about
But I just want to use that as a guide to say that you can find where your child.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Raise a Parent with the Raise a Parent Academy. And we're here on another episode, an awesome time again. And you know that I always plug you in with the best guests that come with so much knowledge to share and help us to be better in this parenting journey that we are all trying to figure out, right? And this is a platform that we don't judge. We're here to empower each other and make sure that we help each other along the way. Like they say, it takes a village to raise a child, and we are your village, and we need you to stay tuned. With me today, I'm like, oh God, people really need to be hyping me on this, my guest list, because I'm here with the best, right? He's well sought after by schools, international schools. He's a speaker, he's a mentor, he's a coach, and he is the author of the iFlyer Toolbox, where the toolbox is basically to help us build the character of our children. I've used that toolbox. Like, I've seen what that toolbox can do, and I'm bringing you guys the juice. I don't gatekeep here, you know that, right? And is the founder of one of the NGOs that is really close to my heart, Revamp Africa. If you know me, you know Revamp Africa. I'm very passionate about Revamp Africa. And so it was no-brainer for me to bring Kelechi on this platform. He was one of the first guests that I had on my list, and I'm so happy to have you here. So welcome, Mr. Kelechi Anyalechi.
Thank you very much. So great. So glad to be here. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for saying yes.
Great work.
Thank you. Thank you. We've been at it for a while.
Yeah, several years.
We've known each other for like 7 years now. So yeah, it's great to bring all the work we do out there. We bring it also, internally. And today's topic is something that is trending. It's a topic that is, everybody's wondering, somebody has a take about it. But I want us to just have like a conversation that will help parents to also learn. And maybe we too will learn one or two things, right, to make things better. And what are we going to be talking about? We're going to be talking about raising wholesome kids in a filtered world, right? Escaping the trap of social media parenting. It's a mouthful, right? Escaping the trap of social media parenting pressure. Because social media, what do you think about what is going on social media these days?
Well, for me, I think people need to understand the real purpose of social media. It's a good tool. Yeah. It's a very good tool. It's created for good connections. Yeah. People have done great and amazing things through social media. Yeah. But it's not a real world. And the earlier people are able to understand it, the better. We are doing this now. We're having a conversation.
Yeah.
This is going to come out. Of course, you're watching on social media.
Yeah.
But there's a lot that will not be shown to you. You know, I'm just using that as an example. You're not going to see the back end of what brought about is excellent production. And that just lets us know what social media is. Like you said, it's not a real world. And once you are able to settle this, even as a parent, as first of all, an individual, before you're being a parent, it helps you it changes the narrative, it changes your perspective. But at the same time, like I mentioned, it's also a fantastic tool that can be used for connections, that can be used for inspiration, for learning, and, you know, many other great things about it.
You know, sometimes, right, like you just rightly said, social media has its, you know, the pro reason why we're on it. And it has the constant, there are pros and cons of everything. So I want us to explore around the parts that has to do with the parenting and how it affects our children, right? Have you ever, and I'm just going to throw this in, have you ever watched maybe a social media content where a parent is showcasing their kids or talking about their kids, and then you're like watching your kids and like, why are you not doing this? Has it ever happened to you?
Well, to be honest, I have seen quite a number of things like that. I have been tempted to want to...
I like that, tempted.
You know, I've been tempted to want to make that comparison. However, of course, because I'm very well with my work and my personal experience, I'm able to know where to draw the line, to draw the inspiration from it, but then not use it for comparison. So I take it as inspiration, but I'm very conscious of not wanting to use it as, you know, a standard for comparison. But that temptation...
that temptation is there. It takes a type of awareness for you to say to yourself, no, I'm crossing the line, right? So for parents, how do they get to that stage whereby you're able to say to yourself, this is content, right? It's not, well, it's happening, but there's a back end of it that we don't see. How do you, as a parent, get to that stage?
Well, firstly, parenting, we need to understand the concept of parenting. Parenting is responsibility. And every time children who come to you, I remember the very first day, you know, I had my first son.
We are both boy parents, right?
And I remember I was in the hospital with my wife. I was in the delivery room. I had the opportunity to be there. So I even held him before her, you know, when he came out. But when he came out, the first thing that came to me was God has placed in me a responsibility to shape the destiny and the future of someone. So I've lived with that consciousness, I mean, over the years. He turns 11 in a few months. I've got a second one who's 8 years plus. But I'm that intentional. So as a parent, the first thing you need to be able to understand is that there's a journey of your child. Once your child is birthed, God has a plan. Of course, I'm going to have to draw some inspiration. I'm Christian. And Bible says that train up a child in the way he should go. Another translation says how that child is wired. So social media is not what wires where my child is supposed to go. There is a path that has already been created. So you need to, as a parent, you need to first of all understand the path that my child has been designed or created to go. Once you get that, and then you are intentional because you know that your child is growing, you are not using anything as a yardstick because the child is growing. So social media doesn't become a yardstick. Like I mentioned, and I will keep saying it, it's a great tool.
It's a great tool.
You know, I always say to people that for me, there are two major reasons. And let's even, as a parent too, I will also say to you that, okay, let me use me personally. I use social media for just two major reasons. Give value, or I'm receiving value. Those are the only two things that get me there. So I know that if I'm not given value at the time with what other things I'm doing, I'm conscious about receiving value, not to compare, but to help my parenting journey.
Yeah.
So if I see something about a child that is doing great somewhere, anywhere in the world, I draw inspiration.
Keyword, inspiration.
To add to the path I'm on, where I'm trying to raise my children or my child to go with, but never for comparison. Because I know that, like I mentioned, there is always the back end. Most times, people push out the nice things. Once we understand,
we all curate. Everybody curates.
It changes the entire narrative. Yeah. So I know that even if you're showing me that amazing thing that child has done, you know, they're back end. And for me personally also, I'm a process person more than results. So I like to know what makes people successful. I'm not interested in your success. I'm interested in your journey.
The process is important.
I'm a process person.
Yeah.
So that's why when I'm watching something on social media, or I'm reading something on social media that it seems to be a great achievement for a child or a parent is projecting something, I'm looking out for the process. If it's something I can add to my journey as a parent or my responsibility as a parent, not for comparison. Because I need to know your journey.
Yeah.
I need to know. So if you bring a child and you're saying to me, oh, this child is, maybe for give example, wrote an exam and had all A+. I want to know what made him had
How did you get there?
all A's. So if I'm here and if the child, I know that I got my child to do, my child is coding now, he's doing this. Okay, what did you do? I sent my child to maybe coding school, or I was able to do this at home. So I can pick it. I say, okay, I can do this. I can add this. Not because I want you to measure up to him, but I look at it also, and I'm trying to also compare it. No, the comparing I'm looking at is not for whether I'm doing right or not. It's just to review, let me not use compare, review. To see, is it in tandem to this journey of this child? If it's not, then I won't get on it. And let me just throw this in. I don't mean this negative, but over the past maybe 5-6 years, almost every parent is training their children coding.
Yes, tech is the new oil. Is the new oil.
No, but the
is tech really the new oil?
But the truth is, every child will not code.
No, yeah, you're very right.
Every child will not end up being a tech person.
True.
So, but it's what happened.
Yeah.
And personally, I'm not taking my children there. When I mean there, I mean on that journey, because even though it was everywhere and everybody was trying to do it. I remember there was a holiday and even my wife was saying to me, how far? I said, because there's a plan. Not because I don't think it's important. Maybe somewhere around the journey, if I find that they are wired
that way, something they're interested in.
I will do it at the highest level.
Yeah.
So that has helped me not to cheat. And that's what a parent you can do.
Yeah.
I said something, find the path your child is supposed to go. And you can find these things in the early stages of your child. What are their interests? What are the things, what they spend more of their time with? What gets them very excited? What are their naturals in? You can now begin to use that. So when you're going on social media, you are looking for things that can help that.
Yeah.
Not because something is just thrown right in your face and someone just says, my child just finished, you set up one game and all of a sudden you tell soccer now.
You must go and learn that thing.
Today everybody wants their son. They say, once your leg is like this, because we know that people are earning $250,000.
Project my back.
But it's okay. We banter about it. We can laugh about it. But on a more serious note, you won't do that because somebody is saying a story out there that, I earned $250,000 every month. Because he's earning it. But you are not aware of his back end, the pressure that he or she may be facing. Just like I mentioned, we put out what we want the world to see. So it's not complete.
It's a filtered word. Yeah, social media is a filtered word. Like you've nailed so many of areas of the questions that I would have really loved to ask. But I think it takes us to the next level of my conversation with you. Whereas, growing up, it's either In some families, because I think for me, my parents went through that phase, but me, I come from a family, we are transgenerational, like, we have I'm millennial, we have Generation X in my house, the gap, so, like, I saw my parents, move from the parents that said, no, this is what you should do, to parents that said, oh, what would you like to do? And I think that's why I'm more expressive and everything. So, from where we have parents that, there's just this terminal, it's either you are doing accounting, law, or medicine.
Yeah.
Right? That's it. Nobody was, you are doing medicine. I need a doctor, I need a lawyer in my family.
Yep.
And so how do parents navigate all that from what they want and then what exactly the child is interested in? How do they step away, to allow that child to manifest their own true identity of who they are?
Yeah. So that's a path I'm very, very passionate about. In fact, I've been working on something for 5 years. At the right time, I think I'll bring it up. But because it's also my experience. Even though I tell the children several times, I coach children, teenagers, and I say to them that, hey, as you grow up, you'll find the mistakes your parents make, but don't judge them.
No,
because
don't judge
they love
them.
you the most. They would only try to do things for you within the ambit of the knowledge they could access per time. But every opportunity I have to talk to parents, I always say this: don't leave your dreams through your children. I'll say it again. Don't leave your dreams through your children. Because it happens subconsciously.
True.
Some parents would have loved to be medical doctors. For whatever reasons, they couldn't. They wanted to be accountants. They couldn't. It starts from them first. We assume it's trend. Many cases, it's the dream of the parent. Don't leave your dream through your children. And why do I say this? Because of time, I won't give the whole story. But I made a wrong career choice. Several times when I have my trainings, I ask people, what do you think I probably studied in school? People don't get it. They don't get it.
Mechanical engineering.
You see, at least you tried. But you see, I made a wrong career choice. And it took me 12 years, 13 years to get myself back. And when I got myself back, I didn't just get myself back on a platter. I fought to get myself back. I'll tell the full story some other time, but it was at a point where I even began to get resistance from my parents. Like I said, they loved me, they wanted the best for me. But I'd said to them, because it was they first, suggesting, oh, you have to study this. In our generation, there wasn't social media. So it was either you're doing medicine, you're not doing medicine, accountancy, engineering, or law. Forget it. My mom, so this is where the interesting comes in. I'd always been a communications person. My mom said, growing up, if we were doing something in the home, first of all, we had morning devotions. I would always want to lead. If there was one event, I wanted to be the MC. If there was anything, I'd always been a communications person.
Naturally.
It was just that for me. But my dad initially said, no, you got to be, do medicine and science. So I remember one day my mom was saying, this boy should even do law. She was seeing me more towards the arts. But then again, I personally didn't even, because I didn't have the proper information now. I just heard two things. You heard that lawyers are liars, and two, they have to cram a whole lot. And I wasn't ready for cramming. Then that was the perspective. But she was seeing it that this boy should have. So I went to sciences. And to be honest with you, there were 3 reasons. Apart from my parents, there was also the aspect of what people call peer pressure, because I went to science. Everybody, my friend, was in science school. So science class, that was one reason. So I joined. 2, they assumed that those who used to wear glasses, I was wearing glasses for
that happened to me too.
You have to be science. And then 3, they always assumed that, it was the ones who only serious students went to science.
And there was this thing about when you wear glasses, you are serious minded.
So they just assumed. So that's my reason. But I hated chemistry with a passion. With a passion. So the challenge was, when I wanted to even write my SSC, I was choosing my subject. I had a mix of science and art. So even though I did biology, physics, chemistry, I did CRK, literature.
How did you?
And I had 7 A's. So I had A's in all these subjects. So it's 7 or 8, something like that. So it was even difficult to even find, okay, which one was, because he was good here, he was, but I knew that internally I didn't like science. So I forced myself to read chemistry to pass. So, but anyways, because of time. But that's where this thing came in. It was initially, my parents were science. And my dad was, in fact, my dad wouldn't even want to hear computer science at that time because it was seen as a subject-related kind of thing. Today, social media has come in. Many other things have come in. And as a parent, you've got to be very careful. I told you, it took me 12 years. At a point, I stopped everything. I'd gone from different things in career. I tried this one. I studied science. I studied physics and industrial physics. Left it. Came out. I went to finance.
Wow.
I went into stockbroking.
Whoa.
So I heard one interesting story about how much they were paid at the time. So I went to get the certification. I passed stage 1, stage 2, and I stopped. I went to accounting. They said ACC was the reigning field.
It was.
I went there because the stock market crashed. So that was when we lost interest. I went to ACC. They said, okay, I did my first level, second level, I think some subjects. I stopped. So I was a dropout of many things. Then I went into project management. They say it was PMP.
Everybody is still PMP.
So it was still pressure. See, now the difference was now it's social media. But that time there was an offline pressure that had always been there. And that first one of that stockbroking was still my parents, who my dad was a director on the stockbroking firm, and he had some insight. I was like, son, go here. It was out of love, but it wasn't what I was wired for. Eventually, when I found what it was, I can't forget that day. And I said, this is the journey.
And you're thriving in it.
You know, and I started that journey. Initially, I mean, my parents were no kids. Too many things to say, but life was going to test you. So I left everything I was doing. I went into the business, I stopped because I was no longer fulfilled. And the week I was to start volunteering somewhere. So I found, someone, me and you know him.
We know the person.
And I'd reached out to him and I said, okay, you know what? I will volunteer, put me like an apprentice. But I had seen this was the career path. The week I was to start, a job offer came for me in Abuja.
The devil was mysterious ways.
And a house.
Very
250K.
attractive.
This, I'm telling you, was 2010. I think 09 or 2010, something around that period. And I said, no. So then parenting coming again. What in the world is this? But this time, I fought it. And they were waiting for me to drop out again. It's been 16 years on this journey and I didn't drop out because I found it. It was natural to me. I found the things I'm supposed to do. I mean, we're talking about one book. I've published 20 books.
Oh, yeah.
Plus.
I'm going to still get there.
That's a natural. That probably if my parents had even noticed this, I could have probably started writing books
since
as a student. So I'm telling you, parents, that this is where when you find where your child is, don't use social media. Don't use what is trending. It may not be a popular thing, but I mean, I'm saying something I've been on 16 years plus. I'm on it and I'm growing.
Yes.
I'm not struggling to get these things done. And it's pain and it's good. So don't feel that because somebody projects his child today and that child is one, I don't want to mention another profession again.
No, we're not talking anymore.
But I just want to use that as a guide to say that you can find where your child, God gave everyone gifts.
Yes.
Like I said, don't forget, we are wired towards something. Identify these things early in your children and close your physical mind or eyes, whichever one I'm going to put it, to social media for comparison. Use it to just draw inspiration and get value.
Yeah, thank you. Like, honestly, when I was saying you're coming, I didn't know this side of the story, but I know that you write so easily. I think there was a time that I said, how do you write these books? Because they're always spot on, right? They're always on the precise thing, and it works. So I want to dwell on something, and I want to go to the iFlyer. toolbox. You see this toolbox? Hey, God. I want to dwell on this iFlyer toolbox because I bought it when my son was 5. I think that was when it just came out, and I was like, Kelechi, this is nice, oh. And then I went through it and I dropped it, and my son looked at it and I was like, this is so much work. And I was wondering, and I left it there. But something surprisingly happened. This holiday, he decided to pick it up on his own. And he started from the flashcards. There's an affirmation there. Yep. There's character building. Yep. It has exercises. Yeah. They're meant to have mentors, accountability partners. Yep. Accountability partners can be anybody. Yep. I love it because he made me his accountability partner. So I have to feel the parts, right? And I've seen how schools have called you to end-of-year programs for you to talk to their students. And I think they also want you to talk to the parents. Yeah. You know, with everything we've discussed, children have talents, right? How do we nurture these talents? How do we help them set goals? And then build, because every time we blame for Nigerians that are watching this, maybe you, or Africans, you can relate to what I'm about to say. Sometimes you say governments. But the people become the government. Yep, the government by the people, for the people, right? The people becomes government. How do we build character? What are those nuances? I know we do a lot with Revamp Africa, where we go to public schools and we talk to children about, students about, goal setting, values. We do that, right, with those schools. But we both know that it's not enough.
It's not enough.
And so that's why this is very special to me, because this is also an extended way of taking the ministry. Yep. So I want you to talk about all that.
Okay. Before I get to that, I wanted to say something, because I know you were saying something to me off camera, and I also want to put it out to parents. When you want your children to do something, don't just tell them to do it. Let them on 2 things. 1, let them know why.
The why.
The why is very important. There are certain things that my boys don't do, my sons don't do, they don't get involved in, and I had to tell them why. I didn't just say, hey, no, don't do this.
Don't do this.
So I sit with them and I tell them why you shouldn't. The implications of it now and in the future. And I found that even when they go to school, they are talking to their own peers on the same thing. So they come back and they are telling me, this person we told them they should not talk like this.
And they can gist.
And I listen, I've learned to listen to everything. Yeah. So they do that because they understand. That is one of the things that help them to achieve their goals. The talents or things you want them to nurture, why do they need to?
Why do they need to nurture that?
Why do they need to read the books
talent?
you want them to read? Why do they need to nurture it? They need to know why. That builds the interest.
So why?
Don't put too much pressure. You said something to me that you had gotten this material for him. He carried it. He dumped it. But by himself, at the right time, he picked it. He used it. You didn't name yourself accountability partner. He named you.
He named me the accountability partner.
So you've got to be mindful with pressure you want to put on your parents, on your child. Their parents, you could come on our page or sometimes and you could see a child or the parent who is projected what the child has done with the book. You come back. Hey, Aki, are you seeing what?
Don't get carried away.
Are you seeing what Shehu just posted? Or come and watch it, Come and watch it. I bought you this book since 6 months.
I did not touch it.
You never touched it. Are you getting it? So subconsciously, it's come in. You've put pressure on Aki. Aki may pick that book to read it. What? Not because he thinks it's value, but at this time, okay, I don't want to, and you even threaten him, you're going to lose some privileges. No more PS this, no more this. He doesn't want to negotiate.
No games.
So he just does it for that purpose. The real thing is not being done. So when children understand it, and that also brings the aspect of the values we're talking about. I've been on this journey, this work I've done professionally with children. I think it's the 15th year professionally. And I keep saying, I've seen it again and again, it begins at home.
It begins at home.
It begins at home. Don't throw it, that's where it is. So
Teachers will love this thing you have just said.
Begins at, that's why, it begins at home. So if you want to help your children very well, that aspect of developing values and character consciously is at home. First, as a parent, you've got to model it. You've got to model the right character. My dad taught me something when I was growing up. He just said it, and it's been in my consciousness over the years. He said, you don't want to ever be in a place and you're talking about something and your children are laughing at you. Because it's like...
That's deep.
What daddy is saying is not who daddy is.
It's not who daddy is at home.
So...
Action and
I tell
spoken
parents
words
a
must
lot,
match.
and I'll say this to you. Your children will not do what you tell them to do. In most cases. Most times, they will do what they see you do. So developing those right values, that character, starts with you as a parent. You remember at the beginning I said, God gave them to you on trust.
Yes, sir.
Their future will be shaped mostly by your actions. So when your actions and the things you teach them connect and they see it, it helps them more. So I'm sure if we do that, you be involved with your children. Be intentional about teaching them because, like you said, government as a people. So that school just built on what has happened
at home. Yeah.
And not just living it. Because, the programs we've done and things we've done, you've seen different... I hosted a conference 2 years ago, and it was a parents and teens conference. And because of something like this, I'd asked the children to write questions. It was a very large question, and I told them, send it in, but don't put your names. Oh, my goodness. We couldn't take some of them publicly
I should try that.
Because we got children reporting their parents.
Interesting.
That just lets me know they know.
They are aware.
They are aware.
Let's not be deceived, eh?
They are aware. So you've got to model it. You've got to be able to be patient with them. I always say this, never compare your children with anybody. One of the major causes of low self-esteem in children is comparison. Don't even compare among the children, even among the children at home. Don't say, can you see what this other one is doing? Every child is unique. You find weaknesses in them, try to help them.
Again, they have different personalities.
Different personalities.
So you have to understand each child.
Nothing is a standard. I say it every time. No child is the standard. No parent is the standard.
Yes, sir.
So even if, sometimes, even when I used to share a lot of, parent and different things. At some point, I had to even be careful with some of the stories and things. And I always used to say that, hey, don't take this as a standard. It's just a guide. It's just a guide. So if you're very intentional about these things and letting your children know why, and you model it, these two things are major game changers in parenting.
Thank you so much, Kelechi. I know, we've run out of time, but it would be very unfair to the parents of this community if I don't ask this question, because it's a serious debate that is happening on social media right now. When is the appropriate time to give a child a phone or have access to social media?
Parents, I wouldn't say there's a specific age, but to be honest with you, the later the children, the better. The later, the better. Why I'm saying this is because we're all children, and we know that there were some things our parents tried to hide from us or stop us from, but we shall have the way.
One way or the other.
That's why I was saying that you may do the best you can. Your child might just... But let it not be from you. Because I've known something. Even the things we did that we know that our parents didn't give us access to. There was that consciousness that we knew that we're messing up.
If my daddy should...
If they catch you,
my
but you know they
mommy
were
should
messing
catch
up.
me. Hey.
But today, we're finding a lot of parents who are the ones who even push their children. Why am I saying push? Not because you told your child, oh, go and open social media. You gave them your phone. Because you wanted them to play. And they moved from watching something from one game. There are ads that are in game. They are curious. They click on that ad and it takes them to a social media. And as if, there's an Instagram. And before you know it, curiosity has come.
Yeah.
So parents have said don't give them till 18 or is it 18 or 16 or something like that. But I'll say to you, the later, the better. But let them know why. So I'm conscious about even the things my children watch. I started from a very tender age, even the things they watch. And I had to tell them why. Even the kind of cartoons they need to watch, the kind of games they have to play.
I think we've had conversations.
I told you, right?
Yeah,
and
we've had conversations around this.
Why? So, the later, because children are maturing.
Yeah.
There are different phases at their age. They are not able to build character yet. They are still trying to know what is right or wrong.
To manage that information.
So you've got to be careful. We don't have what you may call safe social media. And it's getting worse now.
It is.
Because the algorithm changes. So a child picks up a phone and sometimes they get into things, on social media, that they probably, even you as an adult, you know what happens to you. You're on page, there are pages that have come on your
you have to
timeline.
skip.
You didn't know skipping. It's not even, it came, you were not even,
you're not the one, you didn't expect it. Yeah.
And you are angry it came. Now it's because you're mature now that you can skip. A child growing up is curious.
Yeah. Wants to know
curious. That's why, I just remembered it now as we're talking. Those days when people are watching, maybe you're watching a movie with your children, and then there's a kissing session.
They say,
no, you say, Junior.
Close your eyes.
No, close your eyes. Or they say, leave here. You know what has happened? Junior is one. Why is Daddy saying to leave? Some of us, we know that when Daddy left,
we went to check.
We went back and checked. That's the curiosity that happens. So on social media now, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
So a child is flipping, and a content comes in that he's not supposed to have seen, and he clicks on it. Curiosity comes in, and that's where some of them start getting. So the later, but like I mentioned to you, don't just stop them. Don't block. Teach. Let them know why. Be patient. So that even when they get into school where you are not there,
which will happen,
and you don't have control over, I would be honest with you, not every parent is doing it right. There are parents who give their children phones, give their children gadgets, and they go to school and everybody gathers around.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And then in gathering around that curiosity, but when they know that daddy and mommy
they've spoken to me about it. We have an agreement. We have bonded about it. It's not in line with our values as a family. Then it sinks.
Yeah. I was with that, just to close that, I was at a place just 2 weeks ago, and there was a young boy I met, very inspiring, who was one of the top schools in Lagos. I don't want to mention top schools in Nigeria. And he was the best student. In fact, I'm told he was the best student, not just in Nigeria, and that's international exam. He just finished secondary school. He never had access to a phone and social media.
That's interesting.
And it was part of the agreement he had with his parents. He's going to the US now to go and further his studies. Amazing, smart boy. So what has he lost? Rather, he has got great scholarships that are in the...
I went to a school that I didn't use. I didn't get my first phone until I was 21.
Good. And that's, to some extent, I can tell you that it has shaped a lot of things about you. So the later, the better.
I didn't say 21 is the year.
No.
Before you
why I don't want to put an age to it.
I'm just saying that for me, again, I went to a school that doesn't allow mobile phones.
And some schools will. And why I don't want to put an age is there are children who finish, for example, may go into secondary. I know that the government is trying to change, but there are some children at 10 years old, they're already in secondary school. That means at 15, 16, some of them are already out of secondary school. So if you say 18, that means you're saying to them they've left secondary school and they're already in year 1, year 2, university. You're now saying that they should not have access to this thing. That's why I don't want to put an age.
Yeah.
But the later, the better. Later,
the better. Okay. Kelechi, this session has been more than I expected it to be, and I'm so thankful for your time. Normally, would say 3 things, right? 3 things you want parents to take away from this session and just hold dear to their hearts, in addition to everything we just Straight three things.
First of all, I will say to you as parents, be vulnerable to your children. Please stop being that projecting that super individual to them. Be vulnerable to them.
Yeah.
Be open enough to share the mistakes you've made. I've had to apologize to my child.
I do that.
Because
it's
I went
important.
against one of the values I taught them. Even though if I can have a little bit second of time, somebody was not trying to attack, but was almost trying to physically assault my wife in front of my street. And in the process of trying to protect, I came out and I went a little bit, not like I fought, but I had to also have a raised voice. And my boys were in the car and they've heard Daddy talk about we don't
raise our voice.
So I got back, I sat in front of them, I said, I'm sorry. Even though I know that I was trying to protect your mom, but I'm sorry, I went against the values. And they said, okay, Daddy.
It's okay to apologize to your children.
So
it doesn't take anything from you, really.
If you've made mistakes, because sometimes when you project this, your Mr. Goody Two-Shoes, you put them at the certain pedestal that they feel they can never meet up with. And when they don't meet up with it, they give up.
Yeah.
I can never be.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things. Be intentional. Secondly, be intentional about your parenting. It's very important. And then thirdly, develop yourself. And I'm glad that you are, don't just watch this. If you're watching this, come back to this channel because they are going to have other people who are going to speak on different things. The more informed you are as a parent, the more empowered you are to parent rightly and raise excellent children.
Yeah. So the key things are be vulnerable with your children, be intentional. That's the third one.
What did I say was the third one?
What's the third one, guys? You guys said the third ones. You heard the third one, so make sure you write it down.
I said be vulnerable,
be intentional,
develop yourself.
Yes, develop yourself. This channel is basically for you, right? We know that we are all not in the same, have the same experiences. We all don't have the same information. So please, we are bringing so many people to this channel. Come here. Any day you feel like, parenting 1, you 0. Come back here. You will equalize your parenting. So thank you so much, Kelechi, for doing this. And please, you guys, Revamp Africa, we need volunteers, okay? What we do with public schools, we need volunteers. So please, go to Revamp Africa on Instagram, click the link there and volunteer. Go to the iFlyer toolbox on Instagram, buy one. There's one for the 4-year-old, 4 to 6.
4 to 6.
And there's one for 7
to
to 10. And I think there's another one
11
for
to
11 to 16. So please, guys, let's do this thing right. It takes a village, and we are your village, and we want you to parent right. All right? Thank you for coming to Raise a Parent, and it's a wrap from us. Bye.
Subscribe to my mommy's YouTube channel. Raise a Parent now.